I think storytelling is important because it helps us to remember. I think that stories are like a bridge, like a glue, like a foundation, and that they are critical to allowing a people, a community, a culture to reinvent itself without forgetting its past.
Carry me back to the land of promise.
In the community of Pilsen, at a place called Casa Michoacán, many stories were collected. The first story tells about a supermarket owner. He wanted to get away from using styrofoam cups and plastic spoons. So he worked with a woman in the neighborhood, and together they created a bowl made out of dough. Now what's special about this bowl is that unlike a sugar cone, which gets soggy, this bowl does not get soggy. It can hold up to 3 scoops of ice cream. And when you are finished with your ice cream, you can eat the bowl as well. He is reducing waste, saving money, and helping the community. He's building a better tomorrow.
Da-da-doom, da-da-doom, taki-taki, da-da-doom, da-da-doom, taki-taki.
At the Indo-American Heritage Museum, many stories were collected. One story describes a woman who's from North India, a town called Punjab, and how there, every day, she was responsible for cooking dinner for a large family of 20 to 25. And early in the morning, the women would go to the rooftop, and on the rooftop, there was a solar cooker. And in separate containers, they would place dal, lentils, rice, and veggies. And that by dinner time, they would have cooked lentils, rice, and veggies. All they would need to do would be to prepare roti, flour tortillas, and to season the rice and veggies. They also had large drums with glass covers. They would fill these with water. And then, because of the solar cooker, they would have warm water that they could use for taking baths. She describes how they lived in harmony with nature, how they saved on their electric bills, and how they worked in community as a family. They also talked about the idea of how important it was for each family to find their own way to live more in harmony with nature. There's a family in Pilsen, and the mother and father kept thinking that they wanted their children to feel a connection to nature, and that there was a lot that they were missing by raising them in the city. So they decided to bring chickens into their garage, and every morning they collect 3 to 4 fresh eggs. They've learned a lot of things by having the chickens right there in the city. One of them is that the chickens are great because they help keep the rats away. The other is that the children have gained a completely different appreciation for animals. They don't think of them as something that's dirty that should be just kept out in the country, because now these animals are a part of their lives. They're building a better tomorrow.
A better tomorrow, a better tomorrow, a better tomorrow begins today.
Many people had practices like this, but there were challenges in terms of bringing them with them and continuing them in America, in the city of Chicago. Many traditions, many ways of living in harmony with nature.